Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see how we can fetch data using the PNP library, and for before that we saw that how we were able to do that using the SharePoint list, which is the REST URL. Okay, but now we are going to use the PNP library, and to do that we have to go to import npm install sp pnp.js. Once you do that, the packages will be installed, and then you can import it using this command import pnp from sp pnp.js. Okay, so this is the modules available. Okay, and then once you have done with that, now we are going to write a function which will do this for us. So it's private underscore get list customer PNP promise. Now here we will directly map it to property, so this is a great advantage here. List customer item, type any, and then we will just return it. So what we're going to return, we have to type pnp dot sp, that is from sp list, that is from SharePoint basically, then the web, then list, then get by title, the name of the list like customers in my case, dot items, I want items, dot get. So once I get the data, what you have to do, so I'm typing then okay, and after then what should happen, so basically I'm going to set this in a response variable. Okay, and here I'm going to mention it as any. Okay, so it is going to be something like this. So here what I am doing basically is that I am fetching the data. Okay, so pnp.sp.web.list get by title. Okay, and then what I'm doing is that I'm taking the response and storing it in a variable, and then I'm going to return that response, right? So return response. Okay, so once I return the response, this is completed. Okay, so now once the response is returned, your half of the code is done. So what you have to do is that when the render list data sync function basically executes, you have to type here dot underscore pnp, and then here I have to just pass the response. So that's it, and then you are done. So I'm going to type here gulp serve. So we'll have to wait till this executes. So I'll pause this. Library sp.pnp.js, which provides all the helper functions performing all kinds of operations. And now we are directly going to the workbench. So let's type here the workbench. So you can access this workbench from any of your sites. So I have created a team site, and in this team site I have a workbench. So I'm going here. once it opens, you can see the request coming here. So now the data is getting fetched using the PNP library which we have used. Okay, so once this is done, now let's fetch the data of an author. Okay, so to do that, we can create a string called as author title string. Okay, and now once this is done, you have to write this in the PNP library. So how to do that, how easy it is, I will show you. So let's go here and yeah, items dot select. Okay, so here I have to specify what all columns do I want. So I want the title column, I want the customer ID, then I want the customer name, sorry, then I want the customer address, then I want the customer type, which is a choice column, customer type, and then what I want is author. So I can get the ID and title. I want both, so I'll specify your author slash title. Okay. Now we have done this, and now we have to expand it. So dot expand. So everything is inbuilt, you do not have to worry about that. So you have to mention your author. Okay, and then we have the get command, and then in the get command what we have to do is nothing. So that is what we have to do, that's it. And now your data will be ready. So now when I go here and if I do a th/th and type your author, and if I do your td, so that's it. Now when we run this, we'll get the author name. This is a warning, there was a missing sum, we can ignore that. So it has finished the subtask and now we can reload it. So once we reload it, so you can see I got the author. Now similarly I can get other lookup data, like I have a lookup column. It's easy to get the, yeah, so I have a lookup column. So it's this name of the, I'll just take the name of the column. Okay, and then once I get the name of the column, I will specify it here. So I just want the title, lookup column slash title, and what you want to expand. So I want to expand that lookup column, right? So this is way we used to do in REST also. So you have to just put a comma and the lookup column. That's it, done. So now when we go here, we'll have to again create one more lookup column colon title string. Right. So I go here and again I'll just create one more th lookup td slash td dollar item dot lookup column dot title. Done. So now you can see that, yeah, let me just refresh this. That's it. There is an error. Let's just see what is it. Yeah, this should work actually. So let's refresh it again and see. So till it refreshes, let me just pause. I have just restarted it, and you have to mention lookup column slash title and the what you want to expand the column, and done. That's it. Just refresh this and you will see the lookup column. So in this way you can fetch the lookup column. Now if you want to get the top data, so you want to get the top 5 items of the top 1 item, then you can do that as well. And for doing that, instead of get, what you have to use. So it's very simple. So for doing that, I'll show you what you have to do. So yeah, we had items dot, you have to mention your top, and I just want the first item. Okay, so once I mentioned that top one, and now I do a refresh once it gets completed. Yeah, so now it's completed, and now I refresh this, so you can see that the request starts coming here. So it will give me the first item. Okay, so in this way you can top operator, and then you can do an order by as well. Dot order by. So you can mention the way you want to do order by. Like if you want to do it by title, you can do that. And if I want to mention the first 3 and order by title, so I will do that. So now if I refresh this, so I get the first three and it's order by title. Okay, so yeah. So then if you want to do a filter, so it may happen that you may also want to do a filter. So you can do filter as well. So for doing filter, what you have to do is that you have to items dot filter. Okay, so because you want to filter on the items, right? So items dot filter, and then here you'll have to specify the entire filter. Okay, so like I want to filter based upon the title column. So title equals sorry, so it will be something like this. Title equals a value. Sorry, just confused between how does it work here. So C001. So now if I refresh, I did not get any data. Maybe I have mentioned the wrong filter. So let's check. The title is 1. Sorry, customer ID is C001. So I'll type here customer ID. Yeah, so you got the data. Now similarly, you can do the filter for a lookup column, and it is very easy. So what you have to do is just that you have to take the lookup title. So lookup column slash title, okay, and just mention the value. So I have lookup space v1, lookup space v1. That's it. Control S. So you can see it took all the values, lookup space v1. That was a filter. It took top 3 and then an order by the ID. So title column, that is the ID basically. So in this way you can play with PNP library, which is very easy and simple to play, just like your SQL queries. That's it about the PNP libraries. If you have any queries, you can get back to